What's up, YouTube? It's Taylor here, and thank you for jumping on today. I appreciate it. Today, I'm going to go through with you some quick money tips. So, you guys love to learn about money. I love to learn about money, so it's a great way to share some of those thoughts to help you level up in your own money life. So, before I jump in, please hit that sub button, please like, and comment below what your favorite way to multiply money is. And we'll jump right in here to the video. So first of all, I just want to say that I am not a financial advisor. I am not a licensed financial person, but these are my thoughts and my feelings about money. And I also want to let you know that I am not wealthy. I do not consider myself wealthy yet. From maybe other people's perspectives, I might be, but from my own perspective, me versus me, I'm not where I want to be at yet. So I do want to let you know that I don't necessarily consider myself to that top tier, but I'm working on it, and that's exactly why I'm sharing my information with you on these videos. I think it's so important, and I think that financial literacy is something that is so wildly underused, wildly underthought about, wildly undereducated in today's world. And we literally live in no better of a time. There's never been a better time in human history to be able to create your own financial destiny. And I've studied lots of different methods and lots of different thought processes on just money, whether it's getting rid of debt, whether it's building wealth, whatever it might be. I have most likely read about it. So I love it. I have always loved it, and I think it's a really fun way to, just play a game. And when you learn how to play that game better and better, you are rewarded with money. Woohoo! That's great. So what I'm after is not money necessarily. I'm after what money can give me. It's that freedom that comes along with that. It's the ability to do what I want to do when I want to do it. All right, so anybody can make money. Literally anybody can make money. What we are focusing on is, of course, increasing your income, but also just being smarter about how we use the money we do have without any additional side hustles or getting a raise or getting, a different job, whatever it would be. None of those things are what I'm going to be talking about. I'm actually just talking about using the money that you have in a better way. So, instead of blowing your paychecks on things, food, whatever, to start shifting your focus into buying assets. We're going to look at buying assets that are going to multiply your money over time. So instead of paying for liabilities like eating out 3 times a day or, buying clothes or whatever it is, those dollars that you spend is not money that's paying you back, obviously. But what I want you to start to shift to is that there's lots of things out there that you can go and buy and invest in that are going to pay you every single month or every single quarter, whatever it might be. So that's a big shift that I want you to take and use. And it doesn't matter if you're starting with $500, $5,000, or $50,000. There's something out there for every person, for everybody. And we'll kind of go into a couple of these different things here in a little bit. But some of those smaller ideas, smaller items would be, like Robinhood. Robinhood lets you buy and sell, sections or portions of stocks. You can look at REITs, the real estate, those different trusts that you can buy into. So there's lots of different things out there for every type of budget of where you're investing at and where you're starting at. But the biggest point that I'll make out of all of this is to get started and to not wait. Obviously, you knew I was going to say that because, hello, this is YouTube, and that's what everybody says in the self-help and the self-development world is to just do it, just get started and work on that today. All right, so again, like I was saying, instead of blowing your money paycheck to paycheck, you get paid, let's say you get paid on a Friday and you blow it all before, the next Tuesday or whatever. You want to make sure that you're using those dollars and using that dopamine hit that you get when you buy things and shift that dopamine hit to when you buy an asset, to when you invest in stock, to when you buy a property, whatever it might be, to start to use that chemistry in your brain and in your mind to help you get more money, to help you multiply more money. A big thing that all of this kind of has an underlying thing is to just start to know your numbers, start to run every single number, start to track every dollar coming in and coming out. Your eyes will be wildly just shoved open to be able to let you see exactly how you're spending your money, what you're spending your money on, and where you can start to trim some of those things to be able to make better choices with that money. So that is a big thing when it comes to all of this, is the numbers. Like, all the numbers have to make sense. Like, you have to be smarter about your money. That's all that it boils down to on that. The next thing is that I want you to know your tolerance. So if you are a younger person and you have maybe a little bit of money, you have more time to recoup those risks. If you do end up risking it in a big way and losing in a big way, you have more time to recoup those dollars throughout your working years. So definitely advisable to think about being really aggressive when you're younger and taper that off into being more mild when you get older, because obviously your risk tolerance, you don't have the same ability to recoup those losses, if there are losses, when you are 60 years old and you're nearing your retirement age. So keep that in mind when you're looking at different things that you're looking at investing in. And again, just starting to be more acclimated with what is out there and what's available. Even just a small change from a regular checking account that gives you 0.0001% APR, you could look at an online savings account that gives you, anywhere between 0.5 to 1% even out there on an online basis. So obviously those rates are based on today, and today is September 13th, 2021. So please be aware that those numbers obviously change every single day. So that's what I want you to realize, is like, understand your tolerance. If you're also a really safe person, and that's just part of who you are as a person, then maybe go with a more mild investment to begin with anyways, and not go with a more risky type of, way to do things. So in addition to knowing your numbers and knowing where your money is going every single month, every single day, I want you to start seeing where you can find cheaper money. I want you to start seeing where you can get rid of the expensive dollars, the expensive debt out of your life. This is a really, really powerful move you can do with your money, and you can do it today. So start looking at the percentages that you're paying every single month for interest, and think to yourself, how can I get a better deal on this? Where can I take advantage of a different promo offer? How can I do a balance transfer? How can I get a loan? Something like that to help you save more money on interest will not only help your monthly payments, but most importantly, it will help you over the course of time of that debt that you're paying to just pay in less. So that goes for any sort of, if you have credit card debt, if you have a vehicle loan, whatever that might be, you can choose to refinance. You can choose to see what else is out there and get a better deal on that and save money. This is also a really good idea to do with your home as well. If you do own a home, looking at refinancing, looking at finding a cheaper way to do things. And if you don't own a home and you're looking at owning a home, find a way to put the least amount of dollars down that you can while still qualifying, because you're losing out on that opportunity cost of, let's say you do have enough to put 50% down on a new home, when you could maybe get away with 20% down, or maybe even 3 or 4 or 5% if you're a first-time home buyer, to use those dollars to make you more money instead of sitting inside of your house. And again, if you do have money sitting inside of your house, definitely a great way to refinance. You're looking at really low interest rates right now. You're looking at 3-4%. That's like historically crazy, crazy low. So when you look at those numbers, you look at your credit card numbers, maybe it's 23-24%. That's a lot of money that you're spending every single month on interest. Obviously, you want to pay off your debt as quickly as possible, and you want to pay as much as you can towards that every single month. But if that's not possible right in this moment, what you can do is start looking at cheaper money, cheaper way to keep that, keep that under control. All right, so that is another tip that I want to give. And then the last thing that I really wanted to bring up was that we have the ability to choose. At any moment in time, we have the ability to choose. You have the choice to either have Chick-fil-A 6 days a week or, eat at home. You have the choice to wake up in the morning and lift weights or sleep in. You always have a choice, and that's the same as with money. So it's really about taking personal responsibility for your current situation. If you dread every time you open up your checking account and you see the zeros or you see the negative, the negative numbers, whatever it might be, you have that choice. You are choosing that, whether you consciously think you're choosing it or you don't think you're choosing it, you're choosing it. Okay. So what that means is that you have the ability to choose differently. If you're unhappy with the way you are right now financially, you have the choice to get out of that and do something differently. So I want to share with you a personal story. When I was younger, I was very, very, very broke, and I was in a lot of credit card debt. And there was a moment in time where I literally, the only credit card that I had open with credit line on it was a Target credit card. So I went to Target and I literally bought a Visa gift card so that I could go and pay for other things with it. Like, I literally could only spend money at Target. So I went there to buy gift cards to use for gas, to use for other things that I literally needed. Like, that is crazy. So I used to do that. I did it a couple times, and every time that I did it, I just had this terrible feeling in the pit of my stomach. I know you've had it too since you're watching this video, or maybe you know me and you're like, oh my gosh, I never do that. But there's a lot of people out there struggling right now. And if that's you, then I want you to know that there is definitely hope. There is so much hope out there. And I've made other videos on how to start a side hustle, on how to start profiting from things that you love, from all these different things you can be doing. But just know that you can choose to get out of it. You can choose by making one better decision today. And so I want you to make decisions based on Taylor in 20 years from now versus Taylor today. And obviously you will say that about yourself, not my name. I mean, you can, but you probably wouldn't. So you can choose to make decisions based on that future you versus current you. So future you probably wouldn't like eating Chick-fil-A 6 days a week. Probably would like to eat at home more. The 20 years in the future, you will probably be like, oh man, I really wish you would have invested in that real estate property, when you were 30 years old, whatever it might be. So please do not wait. Do not sleep on this information, and know that there is so much information out there that you could literally study for the next rest of the years of your life, and you'll never ever run out of information. So keep that in mind, that it's up to you to research, to learn, and to get motivated daily. And that is my video to you. I hope it helped. I hope it inspired you. And please follow me on other social media platforms. I'm at bizletay, and I will see you guys on the next video very soon.